from the heart of El Monte, City Hall West, it's El Monte Tonight with your hosts Arturo Esparza and Miss Vivian. Tonight on the El Monte Tonight show, on our Halloween spectacular show, we have Superintendent Dr. Maribel GARCIA, as well as educator David Sechrist and Ruben Trevizo, and our special guest band, the Heartbreakers, as well as Ray PONCIN. And I'm yours truly, Miss Jamie Neary. Let's take it away with Mr. Ray PONCIN.
All right. Esparza. That was Ray Poncin. Give him another round of applause because Ray was great. He'll be coming back just a bit. And of course, we have the lovely and talented Robert Colvin just entered into the house. And give him a round of applause. He's getting set up real quick. And then we got the world famous, legendary, iconic duo, the Heartbreakers. Give them a round of applause. They're going to be coming up real soon. And that was courtesy of Miss Vivian. So we are going to change batteries, I know, on one of the cameras eventually, as soon as one person figures it out. But I'm Arturo Esparza. Next to me, of course, is my beautiful and talented co-hostess, Miss Vivian. Miss V, let's get a round of applause for Miss Vivian, please.
Yay.
Come on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Thank you, even though the cameras are not facing.
I know. Well, they get lost sometimes. They get lost in transition.
That's what happens.
Yeah, I know. Well, we know that. So.
On EMTV3.
And there you go. That pretty much summed it up. So, I tell you, we had a great time. We had the children's parade, the Ishigaki Children's Parade, this past Saturday, and it was just a great turnout. We had all the schools representing. I know Woody's going to get a shot of all of us eventually. You know, instead of one person. Yes, thank you. And you know, and it's called Zoom Out, Woody. Thank you. Okay, very good. You know, a product of Mountain View High School, by the way. Anyway, I'm just gonna give him a shout out on that, and we're gonna have Isaiah back the camera up a little bit because right now he's in front of Woody's shot. So it's interesting how we do that. So we're having fun here. We did have a nice turnout at the parade. I'm sorry you guys couldn't make it, but we did have a lot of people representing. We had Vera Jimenez from Channel 5 was the Grand Marshal this year. And it was really a blessing to meet her. She was very interested in our channel, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we're hopefully going to get her to come on our show. And maybe she'll give us the weather. I don't know. So we'll find out. The weather in Almani, because they never mention
Somebody
Almani.
has to give something, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Channel 5 does.
Yeah. They do.
Mention the weather every day
In Almani? Good.
That's why I
good.
listen to them.
No.
Oh, look at that. And you heard it from the superintendent herself. So, you know. And then we had the Day of the Dead, which was sponsored by the New Vein Foundation, our good buddy Chris Trevilla, and also the Chamber of Commerce and South Almani Chamber of Commerce with our good buddy Ken Roush. And I'm sorry, Ken, I'm sorry I missed you today. You came by, but I'm sorry I wasn't here just yet. But Miss Vivian hosted, and she did a great job with Mike Gomez, you know, and
It was
really did.
A privilege, a pleasure. It was so much fun.
Everybody
Even though I was nervous, but it was fun.
Everybody loved her. Let me tell you, they were just so impressed. You know,
Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
She had seriously. This is the only woman that brought all the mounted police around her.
I believe
the
it.
horses were following her after
No.
a while.
I
The
believe
guys on
it.
horseback, you know, they were like, you know, like she was under the gun. But we had a great time, and it was a great representation, a good culture, and a lot of good artists. And hopefully, by our Thanksgiving Day show, we're going to have some of these people coming to represent and talk about some of the indigenous culture here. So
Excellent.
it was really nice. So that being said, and look at all these lollipops, because this is the, as Miss Jamie said, spooktacular. It was supposed to be. Look at that. Look at Jamie's throwing some hand signs here. She told, I think she told Vivian to steal home. Anyway, since we're, you know,
Okay.
let's hear for the Giants, right?
I got it.
Okay.
We were hearing some tambourines with my earrings.
Yes.
And the mic. Okay.
Yes. So here we are. Okay, now what we have right now is we have this very talented young lady
One
who
of our
comes.
special guests.
Yes, very special guest. She is the superintendent of the Almani City Schools. Let's have a round of applause for Miss Maribel Garcia,
Yay.
please.
Thank you. Thank you.
And her beautiful daughter, Jenna.
Is that?
Jenna?
Actually, she's not my daughter, but she's definitely a special friend.
Oh,
so this
okay.
is Jenna.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, great.
that?
Okay.
See, that's what happens when you're superintendent. You can bring any of the kids home. They're
Well,
available
I
for
feel like
everything.
all the kids are my kids, right?
Yeah, well, of course.
Yes, so
Of
I'll
course.
take ownership of every single kid.
Yeah, and you have to. Let me tell you, as a former educator in the district, I know
Absolutely.
after a while. In fact, that's why we have David Ramirez here on set, who's a former student of mine from Mountain View High School. So, you know, he's really, really a wonderful guy. You know, let me tell you, and he steps up. Lousy racquetball player, but other than that, he's good. But so tell us a little bit. Well, there's a couple of things I got to ask you a question. Did you know? And I met with the people from the Promise Foundation
Great.
this past weekend. We are going to do a fundraiser for the foundation.
Oh,
I
that
didn't
is
tell you.
wonderful.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Miss Vivian went with me. We went to go talk to Ignacio from Ignacio
right,
Sports
right.
Bar and Grill, and we're going to do a fundraiser for you guys.
Oh, that is amazing.
It's going to be our Christmas show, and we're going to do it over at Ignacio's, and we're going to bring some bands, and we're going to raise some money to help the foundation.
That is wonderful.
So, you know, whatever we can do to help out, and, you know, I mean, it's going to be fabulous.
That
You know,
is
it's gonna be
wonderful.
fabulous.
You know, if I could speak a little bit about the foundation,
Please,
because I think
please.
it's really important that people understand the work that's being done. This is a group of many people that care about this community, and I think the one defining quality in El Monte is that community is such a stronghold here for us. And so the idea is that we want every child to have access to college, not just, you know, the kids that are on that straight A path, college going path, but we want every child to be able to have opportunities. And we know that one of the barriers in this community is money. When you ask parents, do you want your child to go to college? They all say yes, but their first question is, but we don't know how we can pay for college. And so the idea is that every child in El Monte is going to be given the opportunity to open up a savings account. This is a 529 account. And if they stay in our districts, right, if they stay in El Monte City or Mountain View, and then they graduate from one of our high schools, they will receive a matching scholarship at the very end. Every single child that opens an account. This is unlike anything we've ever seen.
Never heard of it.
Nobody has ever heard of it. And so, and here's the best news, that we already have 2 years. So the class that's right now in first grade and next year's first graders, the money's already in the bank for them. So we still have a lot of money to fundraise, but the idea that if you're a student here in El Monte, this community believes in you. We want you to go out and get a college education, and we want you to come back and give back to this community, investing in our very own.
Beautiful. Let's have a round of
that
applause for
wonderful?
that. That is
Yeah.
wonderful. And you know, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Earlier, I didn't get to introduce Cynthia Ramirez. Right, this is my granddaughter, and this is Jezebel Rodriguez, my granddaughter. I just thought I wouldn't leave you guys out.
Well, just
Great.
please do not try to adjust your TV set. Yes, Miss Vivian is a grandmother. Okay, so I know you're not gonna believe it. You know, everybody was asking, is that your daughter? But no, let me tell you, this woman ages backwards. You know, with that Promise Foundation, which is just such an awesome enterprise that you guys are going into, and you know, for those of the people that are going to school, and some of our students here, there are college bound as well, or they're in college. They know that with the tuition going up constantly in the state, that it is prudent to start putting away now for your young kids, because before you know it, they're going to need that help. I know my son's paying back $40,000 of student loans.
Student loans, but here's, I think, we did a lot of research around, you know, what does it take for kids to get to college? So we know that we need to have the best educational systems, right? So that's our job in the schools, to make sure that we're providing the best education for our students. But here's the most remarkable piece of research. Children that have savings account are 7 times more likely to go to college, regardless of their academic standing. So when you think about that, the fact that parents are putting money aside every single month, whether it be $1, whether it be $10, whatever that value is, the fact that they're investing in their future, the students, their children, will eventually get to college, because research shows that if you have an account, you're 7 times more likely to go to college. So the idea was, let's not give scholarships to those students that, you know, are the overachievers. Let's make sure that everybody's on that path. So really exciting stuff. I think it's going to be a game changer here in El Monte.
Oh, it is a game changer already.
They're fortunate to have this.
Yeah, the
Offered
El
to
Monte
them.
Promise Foundation, and thank you for your generosity in hosting. If we have bands like the Heartbreakers, I will be there. Well, I'll be there regardless.
Well, I don't know. The Heartbreakers, are you guys down for that?
Are you committing him to coming?
Yes, no, that's Miss Vivian's call. You know,
Okay.
that's family for her. You know, with me, I'm just here for comic relief. But no, but it's wonderful that what you're doing, and it's a pilot program basically.
Yes.
Because, and I'll tell you, and I know, because like I said, I worked in the school area. We're always on the cutting edge. The El Monte City schools are always on the cutting edge. On the 5th, we're going to have a good friend of ours, Lorena Sanchez, is going to be coming on in there. She works with the Children Defense Fund.
Oh, great.
And she's going to be coming talking about what they're doing with the schools, but it's a pilot program too, as well, with your districts here. So, you know, there are always all these wonderful programs that are coming, and you have to take advantage of it. I mean, seriously, take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
You have no one to
Yes.
blame, see? And it's so wonderful, you know. And I just can't get over it. And once again, do not try to adjust your TV sets. this is actually really a superintendent of a school district. Okay, she looks so young. She looks like she could have been one of my students back in the days, you know. And I guess I just got to ask a little bit about your background. Where did you grow up, and where did you go to school?
I am an El Monte girl, true and true. So I grew up in this community. My parents and my family still lives here. I went to Columbia School, kindergarten to 8th grade. I'm a proud graduate of Omani High School, so go Lions.
Go Lions. Yeah, that round of applause. Come on. No disrespect to the other schools. We are Lion Vision, okay? Just
There you
that.
go. And so, you know, I had the opportunity to go to get to college. I'm a Bruin, so go Bruins.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see, no.
And so what was really exciting is that when I was doing my undergrad work and I was, you know, just kind of contemplating what I wanted to do, all, you know, roads pointed back to El Monte. So I made my way back to the district and I became a teacher. What was so exciting is I had the opportunity to teach at Columbia School, and my first couple of years, some of my former teachers were
Was
still
Mr.
there.
Herrera still there back then?
He hired me. Yeah,
he's
so
a good.
there
He's a
is,
friend. Yeah, he's a good friend
I'm
of mine.
here because of him. He's the one that actually gave me my job at Columbia, and I got to work with.
You didn't take my class, did you? Because I was going to teach 7th grade history.
Oh no, I started in 3rd grade. I
Oh,
made my way
okay.
up to 7th grade,
Oh,
but
okay.
I started in 3rd grade. Yeah, but you know, my board president now, Bob Cruz, he was one of my former teachers, and he was a teacher there. So just, you know, the roots in this community are so beautiful, right?
Right.
So I taught at Columbia School, and then I had the opportunity to be an assistant principal at Rio Hondo, which is up in the northern part of town, and then made my way back, and I got to be principal at Columbia. So that was a wonderful opportunity, once again, you know, to live amongst the people that I work with. So I still live in the community. El Monte continues to be my home, and it continues to be my workplace, and it continues to be where I really pour my passion in.
Well, you know, you're very well thought
comes
of by
back
the
full
city
circle.
council. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
The city council really thinks very highly of you.
Thank
and
you.
I'll tell you, you know, and we have a great city council here because El Monte is a wonderful place to live, work, and play.
I agree.
So, you know, and that's our
I agree.
tagline now for this year. So, no, it's really good that you are here, see, because, you know, you bring back and you inspire and you become a role model for some of the younger generation that's coming on up. And I feel so old because now I'm like about 3 principals behind now, I think, from the last time I was around here. But, you know, it's really wonderful. So what I am, yeah, how you doing, Woody? What I'm just amazed, you know, you said that you're a Bruin, so you went to
am.
UCLA, right?
A double Bruin. I did my undergrad and my doctorate at UCLA.
Ooh, excuse
Talk about
me.
student loans. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. See, I was a poor boy. I was a poor brown brother from the barrio. I'm a banana slug.
Santa Cruz.
That's Santa Cruz, yes.
Okay.
But I'm still UC. Okay,
That's
keep that
right.
in mind.
That's
But
right.
I did, because I did go to Upper Bound at UCLA, so, you know, I got a very strong tie with, you know, the Bruins, you know, the Bluins, as we used to call them, right? But that's awesome, you know, that you're able to do that and able to bring back, and you got all these wonderful programs going, you know, and you brought a little child to eat all our lollipops. I mean, what else can you ask for? It doesn't get better than that for our Halloween spooktacular.
Absolutely.
So, you know, and we're wondering, is Robert Colvin ready to go? Are you ready, Rob? Okay, well, that's the way we do things. That's how we roll in our mind tonight. Don't go
love
away
it.
because we got a few more questions to talk about, and we're going to turn on over to our mystery guest, longtime friend of the channel, and we missed him so much. Didn't we miss him?
Yeah, it's been like
I
ages.
know, Robert's been ditching us now. See? And you know, you got to talk to Woody. He's going to be a civil engineer. So there you go, see? So, okay. So let's take it away. Without any further ado, let's turn on over to Mr. Robert Colvin here on El Monte tonight.
Yeah.
Give me a round.
Great.
Yeah, come on, let's give it up. Let's give it up. I tell you, man. That's Robert Colvin's so good, he can't stop the music. Can't stop the music. That's what they say. No, Robert, it's good having you back, buddy. You know, you're like part of the family. And hopefully you'll be able to make it for our Christmas fundraiser here for the El Monte Promise Foundation. Because we'd love to have you, you know, do that. Last year, remember, you got burned. We ran out of time, even though we had like 4 hours. And we didn't get a chance to get enough Robert. And you got to have your Robert fixed, let me tell you. If you've been here in the city at any length of time, you know, every event that the city does, there's Robert there, Johnny on the spot. Helps out with the city, and God bless you for that, man.
We've missed you, Robert.
Yes, we did. Well, especially Miss Vivian, because you know she misses all the handsome guys on here, except for me. So, Maribel, tell us more about the adventures of Maribel Garcia in her trip through Education Land. How is it right now being in charge of such a large, and it is relatively large, school district?
You know, you mentioned earlier about the Children's Day Parade, and so we had all 14 of our schools participate this last Saturday, which is, it's so wonderful to see, you know, the kids and their enthusiasm, and then showcasing the things that the school district has done. But you're right, large it is, over 9,000 students.
Wow.
And so, you know, it's a big responsibility, but I have to say that I have, you know, the best team. So we have the best teachers, the best support staff, the best parents, the best administrators, and so I mean, I walk into the school district that, you know, we're transitioning into a lot of things right now, Common Core standards, you know, technology is definitely taking center stage, but the best people are in place to really move us along. So it's wonderful to work for the school district. The responsibility is such, but I'm so confident that the people that I work with are so wonderful that, you know, it's all about success for El Monte City.
So you know what? She's very good, you know, because she didn't want to alienate the unions, and I appreciate that. You know, all my people are good, and no, I'm sure they appreciate it because you know what? And seriously, and the way education works, it's from the top down. And if you have a good administrator that you know knows how to work and get the most out of their talent, then you're going to have a great school district, and the kids are the beneficiaries of all that. And
you know,
thank you.
But I will say, speaking to our associations, we've just come out of this recession, right? And so for 6-7 years, our teachers are classified. There were no raises. There was no money to give, and yet their quality, you know, their dedication to the kids was so admirable. And so I feel like our school district has this tradition of communication, respect, dignity, and so people just get along, right? I mean, sure, we come to the table and we have different opinions about different things, but at the end of the day, we're all there for the kids, which is, I'm telling you, it's a wonderful place.
Well, that's the beauty of it all. And let's have a round of applause because this is a wonderful school district. I know I had worked for the school district, albeit a few months, a short period of time for your predecessor, and a wonderful gentleman, Jeff Seymour. God bless him. He's still, you know, involved. I saw him over there at the Promise Foundation's get-together meeting that they had, powwow, if you will, and he was, I mean, he's still in it. He's still at it. See, so it's a generation. It's like passing the baton, you know, and people do that. And it's just a wonderful school district. And I'm glad you included the classified.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't realize the classified is what makes the districts run.
Absolutely.
I mean, at all levels.
Absolutely.
Trust me. See, and that's how I, you know, I'll let, I know, because I used to be, I was a classified before I became a certificated, and that was, you remember I don't know, it's before your time. What am I talking about? I'll talk to
Try
Vivian.
me.
Okay. There used to be a thing called an audiovisual technician. And see, that was before your time. Everybody else looking like, what? Yes. I was the guy that used to run the projectors, okay, back in the days. And so I was classified. And some people think he probably should be classified now. But we did that, and let me tell you, and working with some of the certificated people, some are really good, and some, they want it yesterday, okay? And one thing I always knew, especially when I was working at Mountain View High School, was that you treat your classified well, you get service. They will step up, they'll go above and beyond. I was the only guy that had air conditioning when it all broke down. Because I tell them, hey, let me, I talk to my buddies, come on, man. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it, I'll get it fixed up. You know, and yeah, and the same day we had air conditioning. So, no, but they're really wonderful people, and it's a great district. And the kids are awesome out here in El Monte.
Oh, yeah.
I know that, you know, and they've really they've stepped up because, you know, sometimes, like you said, going through the economic meltdown, a lot of people suffered from that.
Absolutely,
At
yes.
all levels. And I know because I lost a lot of good friends that lost their jobs in our El Monte Union High School district that were laid off, pink slipped, you know, and I know at Ledesma or Valle Lindo, I don't know what we call it anymore, but I mean, half the staff had almost been pink slipped on that. So a lot of good teachers, unfortunately, were left by the wayside. And so, you know, and these are people dedicated, you know.
Absolutely.
See, I'm very blessed because I have a real good friend right now, and I promised to give her a shout out. Rosie Hernandez, she's with another school district out in Pico Rivera. Let's get a round of applause for Rosie. She teaches 2nd grade, and she's really a good egg, and she really tries real hard, you know, working with the kids out there. And she's the one that inspired me to go back to education.
Good.
She goes, you know what, the kids need you. And I kept thinking, why? You know what? You need me? We're in trouble. But but no, it makes a difference. And let me tell you, and any of you young people out there, you're thinking of going into education, you cannot find a more worthwhile and honorable profession than helping other young people and shaping young minds, okay? You know, with Woody notwithstanding, wherever you're at, but there he is. But we have some real good people. In fact, you know, it's funny. At your concert, she had a band that just totally is going through his transition, second to none. Miss Vivian has it. And there was a keyboardist, Mondo, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. He was a former teacher at Crans.
Really?
Yeah, he was,
Oh, that's
he was a science
wonderful.
teacher, and he was David's teacher before I got him in high school. So it was a small world. And when I went to go film Miss Vivian out in Alhambra, it was like really, you know, I go, wait
made
a
the
minute. This guy,
connection.
yeah, this guy looks familiar. You know, and now he's retired. He looks so rested. I hate him. I mean, he was looked like Father Time.
Actually, he's in Kauai.
Is he?
Yes. He's
What a
taking
life.
Very
vacation.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah, see,
Very nice.
See, that's what I like. See, that's what I like. When you have teachers that retire and stay retired, okay? And let younger.
He's enjoying his retirement.
Oh, he should. He's a wonderful gentleman. And I know I had my former principal, Larry Weiss, who actually was the mentor, if you will, for Danny Morris, God rest his soul, that used to be the personnel director here at the Union District. I know Larry Weiss retired, but he didn't stay retired. We also had a principal from El Monte High School who wouldn't stay retired. What is it with you guys? You know, you get the money, run with it, okay? Go have a good time, man. You earned it.
What's so interesting is I think that, again, this community, one of our defining qualities is community, right?
Right.
That we come together. And so I think that a lot of our administrators, it's not a job. You see them here, you know, participating in city events, and, you know, it just becomes part of your lifestyle. So you're right. We see people that don't necessarily go away after retirement.
Yeah.
They continue to give. And I think it's one of, again, our defining qualities
It's
here.
beautiful. It is.
It is.
It is.
But Kauai sounds good too, right?
Yeah, I know. I think about that rascal. I tell you, man. Not only is he a great teacher and a brilliant musician, but man,
Oh, that's
he's
wonderful.
He's living the life.
He earned it.
No, he did. He did. Let me tell you. And I remember he used to be with a band called Milestone in my old studio back in the East Side, and they were always there for me whenever I needed a band. They would, pop on, and he would do stuff. In fact, I still have another video of his from another group. It'll come back to me later. I'm having a senior moment here, dreaming about this guy going on vacation. So, that being said, and if I can get Ninja Turtle to pipe down, I will ask for the Heartbreakers to come on up. And we want them to be able to perform because they are such talented gentlemen. They're
Yes, they
icons. And I know, and I'm trying to impress the superintendent here.
I already ordered my CD.
There you
So,
go.
yes,
See, okay.
when they were doing their sound check, I asked if I can get a CD after.
So we're gonna have him up there, and then we're also gonna have Ray Ponson come back to delight you with the Ray Ponson magic and music that he does. And let me tell you, Ray Ponson, this gentleman is one of the most brilliant musicians of our generation. I was very blessed. He allowed me to film one of his CD recordings, and I have never seen such beautiful music come out of one studio. And it was just, it was awesome. I was impressed, and with me, I thought I've seen it all, right? But what can I say? What are you gonna believe? You're gonna believe a guy that's sitting in front of a bunch of suckers? Come on. So this is our Halloween El Monte tonight, and we're gonna ask the Heartbreakers to step on up, and if we're ready in the out of control room, we will turn it over to the Heartbreakers here.
I'm excited. excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
me
been
too.
wanting them to come on the show.
Me too. Come on, round of applause. You
And
do better
it
than
was
that.
way overdue.
Let's take it away, guys, back there. Okay.
Every time I see you, wherever you walk by, I want to hold you. Darling, please let me try. Darling, I love you, I really do. Darling, I want you. I want to hold you. Every time I see you. If you would love me, we'd never part. We would be lovers, heart into heart. Darling, I love you, I really do. Darling, I want you, baby, I want to hold you. Every time I see you. If you would love me, we'd never part. We would be lovers, heart unto heart. Darling, I love you, I really do. Darling, I want you, baby. I want to hold you. Every time I see 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 you. Thank you. offer me kisses I wouldn't take when the wind blew. You saw me part and down, 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 down. Down will come, baby. Cradle and
Thank you so much. You can
Yeah, come on over here. I just, we're playing around with all this crazy camera madness, and I love it, you know. And these two young men, let me tell you, they are the best dressed men in the business.
Oh, gracias,
come on.
thank you.
I'm serious, you know, and these are legendary characters. I mean, we've got some great performers here today for our Halloween show, and
Thank you.
Ms. Vivian's gonna, you know, mic you up, and hopefully we'll get a nice shot of us without too much headroom. I know Isaiah's Johnny on the spot on that. You know, I think he's on it. Is Isaiah out there? Somebody, has
Turtle?
somebody seen Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, they're a Ninja Turtle today.
If he can get us a nice shot where there's not too much headroom, I would really love it. Thank you, senor. So, you know, we'll get this going. You know, I have the greatest interns. Halfway through the whole show, they'll sit down right in the middle of everything, you know. And they act like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I'm here waiting for a haircut. Anyway, gentlemen, you guys are just so awesome, and I'm so honored. I mean, when Miss Vivian said that she was going to have you come on our show, I was just like literally tickled pink, thinking that I was going to have you guys, because they were at our Eastside Primetime fundraiser, and you just wowed everybody. I mean, you just stole the show. And, I mean, you sent people so far back in their history and their memories.
That's great.
That let me tell you, man, and you guys look great. Look at you. I mean,
Thank you.
you're 25, you're 26. I mean, they look really good. I mean, come on. I should
Look at their picture here.
This was them last week, by the way. It was a tough week. It
Now
a
I
tough
was
week.
given this flyer
Can we get a
when they
close-up
were
of that?
about to soon release the CD that you have out now. And look at this shot. It's black and white, but
If we can get a little tighter than that, we can just get a
they
little bit.
still have not changed.
I tell you, no, they look good.
That's Benny and Joe
Okay.
Rodriguez.
Okay, now which one's Benny? And which one's Joe?
I'm Benny.
Okay.
This is Benny, Benito,
Yes.
and
Joe.
Jose Luis. Joe.
San Luis, Joe.
Very nice, very nice. So that was, God, that is such an awesome picture. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I'm freaking out here. 'Cause you guys, man, look at that hairdo, man. You actually had that. How much would you guys put pomade on that? Or what was that back there? Is that-
Pompadour.
Yeah, the papador. You guys had that? You know, tres flores or something.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on there?
And
Parrot.
There you go.
Parrot.
now this is the CD that they have out now. And I'm proud to show this all to you. It's
Hold it. Hold
starts
it
with greetings from East Los Angeles. Whoops, where do we go? Here we go.
Okay, there we got a
There you
shot.
go.
There we go.
Yeah. And also, we have in black and white
And in dark.
in the reverse side so that you see their black and white shot. Whoops, I'm going this way. There you go.
We're gonna try to get
Yeah.
that right now. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's, you know, Benny and Joe, the Heartbreakers. So tell us about the CD. I know that you guys were looking forward to putting it out and finally got it out now.
Well, yeah, we thanks for having us at the show.
No.
It's an honor for us to be here also, and
Well, it's Miss Vivian's show. I'm just a guest.
well, that's good. That's good. But
I'm
thank you
always
for
honored
inviting-
to be in your guys'
Thank
presence.
you for inviting us, and yeah, we just released this a couple of weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago, yeah. And we got in touch with the person that did the painting. They had the unveiling of the big painting at
The mural.
the mural at the hospital,
General Hospital.
the General Hospital.
Oh, really?
Yes, the junior.
Let me eyeball that.
And inside, if you look inside, he has an explanation of everything that took part in his mind
Yeah, the
when
symbolism,
he was
yeah.
getting all this together.
Oh yeah, there it is. I grew up in this neighborhood, by the way. Just right over the bridge.
That's,
That's probably me right there falling down. No, but this is really nice.
The
This is
Sears Building, General Hospital.
the Sears building. You remember?
it just everything sync. It was synced in.
It's
it
actually
was it.
Boyle Heights, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
it.
So you guys know.
Yeah.
Those of us that went to Roosevelt, wink, wink, nod, nod. But this is beautiful, and you guys are just so awesome, man.
Thank you.
But you just dress too nice, you know.
Thank you.
I don't know. Seriously, these guys are really. Every time I mean, it's like I didn't know. After all these years, these young men, the guys that went from the pompadour here, look, to these distinguished young men, and still have a great voice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, and that's one thing. Seriously, you know, because I've known people that have gone the distance. You know, Brenton Woods, a good friend of mine, and of course our good buddy Joe Batan and all that. And their voices are going. And I'm sorry to say it, guys, but you know they sing and they're doing their stuff, and and it comes with time. It comes with time,
Sure.
and you feel it, you know. And but you guys, your voice,
Thank
the
you.
harmony is just incredible.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
mean, you had people moving. You had our superintendent. You know, she was like I said, she was enamored with what was going on here. You know, and just phenomenal.
We've been singing since we were kids, so you know.
What,
Good
about 5
news.
years ago?
About plus taxes.
Plus
Yeah.
taxes.
Well, you know, being that they grew up young at heart with music, you know, I remember the family Christmases and New Year's Eve at the Rodriguez family home because I am part of that family. I'm so proud to still feel and say that. And I mean, Christmas Eves, it was a big family gathering, and ¿quién estaba tocando?
Yeah. Yeah.
Los
There were at least
hermanos
5
in the
bands
kitchen.
in the Rodriguez family. An
Very
orchestra,
talented.
2 orchestras, a rock combo, a quintet, nothing but Spanish music, and so forth. At least 5
Yes,
groups.
I believe it.
yes, yes.
Okay, you're not related to Ray Ponson, right? I just want to make sure because you know
We're good friends.
We're good
Yeah.
friends. That's as close as we get. Yeah, most people say that about Ray. We're good friends, you know. But no,
But
I'm
yes.
very talented, you know. And one thing I'm learning as I've come to know Miss Vivian more and more, she comes from a very talented family, and it seems like every time we turn a new page, she pulls out another
Mhm.
That's
talented
good.
member
Yeah,
that pops
yeah,
out of
yeah.
somewhere,
Right.
and it's like, my God, you know, and it's just incredible. I am just dumbfounded. You guys are just. God bless you for what you do.
Thank you.
Thank
You know,
you.
and keep on doing it. Where are you guys performing next?
Our next big concert will be at the Honda Center, December the 6th
Oh, beautiful.
for our debut.
Oh, you're doing the
Ooh, all
Oldies,
right.
the Chicano Jam, right?
Yeah, the Chicano Legends.
Legends, yeah,
Yeah.
We're gonna have Joe Batan's gonna be out there too as well, I believe. And no, that's gonna be great.
Yeah,
man.
we
What
just
she was
finished one performance at State Line for our debut also.
right.
July the 19th. Yeah.
He's a good friend of our channel, and I was very blessed to be able to interview him while he was still here in Hollywood. You know, now I guess he's out hiding out. He has his own, recording or studio or whatever going on where he does his show from. And he's always putting on some great shows.
You know, you'd be surprised he was the one that hired us for the Amani Legion Stadium.
Almani Legion
Isn't
Stadium. You
that
mean here in
something?
Almani?
Yeah.
Which is now a post office?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we're trying to bring back music here to Almani, and that's why we'd love to extend that invitation if you are available. When we do the 17th for the Promise Foundation, we are going to be doing that fundraiser over here at Ignacio's Sports Bar and Grill, and we want to be able to have talented people like yourself there, so we can raise money for these kids to help these kids here in Almani. And I think that it would be very apropos, like we said, it goes full cycle, and our superintendent said that it all goes at, and Ms. Vivian said that it all comes around. Everybody knows, and that energy stays in the area. So
Yes, you bet.
we want to do that, and like I said, God, thank you very much for coming on the show. I can't thank you
Thank you
enough.
for having us.
That's okay. That's okay. We're
I
not
just
going to
wanted
charge
to
you.
mention one thing on the
Sure.
CD.
CD. There you go.
Now, anyone who is interested in getting a
Thank
copy,
you. I forgot.
just like our superintendent was like so excited, and she wanted to purchase. How can people purchase a copy?
At the moment, we're handling it ourselves. You know, once we get the money that we invested in this project, then we're going to try to sell it to a company. You know, that
Okay, because we do have we have a website, www.elmontetv3.com, which our show is seen on. So if you have a number where people can get a hold of you, we would be honored to let people know they can go through our website, and we can pass the information on to you, and that way you guys can do the business. Okay. Alrighty. So we'll let people know because we got to help each other, and that's what it's about. The culture has to, we do that. Other cultures do that, and why not us?
Thank you.
All right, let's have a round of applause for the Heartbreakers, please. They've done such a great job. You got any more, Ms. Vivian? There's no other family members out there getting a Grammy somewhere that I should know about? Okay, we're going to bring up Mr. Ray Ponson if he's still in the house. I don't know what happened. I think Ray passed out. But we're going to get him coming on up here to do some more of his Ray Ponson magic because we get him lost.
Mr. Ray Ponson.
Yeah, Ray Ponson's good. Yeah, look at Ray. Ray acts like he doesn't know. Like, oh, what am I doing here? A round of applause for Ray. Ray,
Yeah,
seriously.
and by the way, Almani, happy Halloween.
That's right. When you see this, it'll probably be already shifting into a Halloween magic, but we do it. We record ahead of time, just so that way you guys can enjoy it and enjoy the beautiful music here. And we have this really going. And we also have Woody. So Woody has his costume on early this year. He's playing a student. So we know that. So it's going to be actually really good. So once we have everything going out of the out of control room, they're going to bring up our next guest, which is David Segrist, who's going to be coming up here. And we're going to have him up here with Ruben Treviso. So we're going to do like a tag team thing. And then we'll close off the show with Robert Colvin and Ray Ponson. If you guys don't mind doing something together. Okay, well, that's going to be our closer. So let's get ready for some. Yeah, we're going to have some sound right now.
Okay.
I know. We have Kyle in the out of control room, so he's back there.
Kyle who?
Kyle Rote. He used to play football. So, yeah, well, I knew that. So,
Hey, Robert, how are you?
Robert's.
All right. Doing all
Miss
right?
Vivian, please, Miss Vivian. That's not your better side on this, okay?
Do you want me to mention what I played before and what I'm doing now?
Yes, please.
All right.
Just tell us what's going
Because
on.
you're not talking to me.
Look at that. Was that a dig? Was that a... He's so bad. He's the bad grandpa.
That's right. I'm the bad grandpa.
So tell us what's going on with you.
Oh, well.
Mr.
The
Ray
first
Ponson?
song that I played was a song that was originally titled Nobly Enjoyable, Mindfully Radiant, Attractively Cheerful, and it was written for a lady that was helping me through some very difficult times in my life. And one day I sat at the piano and I started composing this song, and she was on my mind, and so I decided it was going to be written to her. So that's why it's called Nobly Enjoyable, Mindfully Radiant, Attractively Cheerful. And there's a hidden meaning behind that. There's 6 descriptive words that describe this lady. She's been a very good friend of mine for about a year and a half now. And it's heading on 2 years that we've been friends. And that's all we are. We're platonic friends. And if you take the first letters of each of those words, nobly enjoyable, N-E, mindfully radiant, M-R, attractively cheerful, A-C, and you put them together, it spells Nemrak, which to most people does not make any sense. But if you turn it around, it spells Carmen, and that's her name. So that song was written by myself for her. The string arrangement was done by Jimenez, who was the producer, the arranger, and for the Mariachi Divas. He's won 2 Grammys with the Mariachi Divas in 2009 and 2013. He was nominated for Song of the Year in the Latin Grammys in 2012 and 2013. And he's also done one more arrangement for me, which was a song I wrote to my mother for my mother's 100th birthday. Anyway, the next song I'm going to sing is a composition by a man named Steve Winwood that was originally with a group called the Spencer Davis Group. and then he went on his own and had his own group called Traffic, and now he's a solo artist, Steve Winwood. This is on his Junction 7 CD, and this is my version of a song called Real Love. I did the string writing on that, and I also played orchestra bells and clave.
Very good.
And did all the vocals.
And I know Kyle's got it ready to go back there, right, Kyle? Well, let's roll it. Give me some monitor out here.
In my life, there was emptiness. Where I was going, I couldn't guess. Then one day, into my life you came. And from then on, nothing seemed the same. You gave me strength when I thought I could be wrong. Hey, with all of my heart. And here I'm gonna stay. And here I'll always stay inside your real love. Real love. Real love. Oh, inside your real love.
Oh, yeah, man.
Thank you.
You know what, man? Seriously, I think you should do this for a living. Because you do a great job, man. You sing
I've
well.
always wanted to do it for a living.
You sing very well, let me tell you. Very touching, very moving piece.
Thank you.
Very romantic, very.
By the way, Carmen was in the studio when I did that in one take, the lead vocal.
Right.
And she was in the studio. She took pictures of me singing it. She didn't know I was really singing it to
Wow.
her.
Oh, how cute.
Well, see, I know how it is, man, because, you know,
But she's really a good friend. And that's a different type of love.
of course it is. That's why I got this
And,
one right here next to me. Gee, this is my best friend right here.
Yeah, don't start getting kinky on us.
I have to, man. I have to get freaky look, okay? I got the Heartbreakers were in the house. You better watch out. They're going to break your heart, man.
Anyway, thank you for having me. And I appreciate it.
Well, don't, like I
It's
said, don't
always
go
a
away.
pleasure.
You know that, Ray Ponson, we love you, man. And, you know, like I said, we want you to be able to close out the show with Robert Colvin because you guys do such a great job, you know. So we
You
are
don't
gonna-
mind, do you, brother? From another mother?
There
All
it
right.
is, man. You know, this is very scientifical the way I approach this. Okay, now this young man, Mr. Seacrest.
Yes.
What can you're an educator? Tell us
Yes,
more.
Well, we're all educators. Parents are educators. They're
Sure.
the first educators of their children.
Right.
And as an educator, I'm not retired because I'm always out there trying to promote education to make sure that our children have access to learning, which will make their futures bright and brilliant. And I'm so happy to be here, having heard this beautiful music tonight.
Isn't it
Word-
wonderful?
I would have been just fine, just sitting back in the audience, listening to everything that was performed here. I have some great news for the community. For those schools that have PTAs,
Right.
not all of them do, but in the El Monte City schools, there are quite a few that do. Lagore does, Durfee does, Rio Hondo, Clemenson. And for the high schools, we have El Monte High School doesn't have one yet, but they're working on it. We now have Mountain View for the first time that has a PTSA. We have one at Arroyo High School. We have one at Rosemead High School. And now South El Monte High School also. Now, why am I here talking about PTAs?
Yeah, why are you?
Well, this is the PTA Annual Reflections Contest again, coming around. And to participate, children can be enrolled in those schools with PTAs. It's the PTA's purpose to promote arts in the schools. Now, the contest has already started. The deadline is November the 3rd to enter. And these are the categories that children can enter: dance choreography, literature, photography, film, video production, music composition, and visual arts. And I'm very familiar with the literature because my grandson, a couple of years ago, he won the whole district from La Cañada all the way to Pomona in literature. And he
wow.
also won for music. He composed a piece of music called the Cogswell Dam Experience, which was beautifully done. So you have to check with your local school that has a PTA, and we're promoting it around the community. It's broken down into categories, so you're not going to compete with everybody at all the levels. Primary is preschool to grade 2, intermediate is 3rd to 5th, middle, junior, 6th to 8th, seniors, 9th to 12th. And now, for the first time, there's one for special needs students.
Beautiful.
Those are the children that have been left out in the past. Well, now they're included, and they will be able to enter. And it's non-graded, so it's everybody that's a special needs child. So please, November 3rd is the deadline. I know the chairman of the whole district, it's me. My wife volunteered me, so what can I say? My lovely wife said, yes, do it, so I did it. Now, the cost of education, that's the second area I'd like to talk about. Everybody says education is too expensive. It may be, if you think about it, what's the cost of ignorance? Education's expensive. Here's an example. My lovely wife, Estela Torres de Segres, teaches Spanish at Pasadena City College. The books for those classes are $200. The tuition for one 5-unit class is $230. That's a community college. So, good news. There are some scholarships available.
Beautiful.
But you have to apply for them. Now, since the children now, anybody born after 1980 is called a digital native. My generation, we're called digital immigrants because after 1980, these kids are born into the technology.
Right.
So all of you kids out there can help your parents find these scholarships for you. Here's one that I know, they all exist because I know people have won them. For seniors, graduating seniors this year, and for first and second year college students, there is the Coca-Cola scholarships.
Yes.
You find them online, Coca-Cola Scholars. There are 3 levels. One is $24,000, one is $5,000, one is $1,000. The deadline is October 31. So guess what? Halloween 31, keep it in mind. Apply now. I met a young boy from Miami-Dade, Florida. He won $24,000. I met him back in Philadelphia when I was there. Another one is McDonald's, the ASER scholarships. They're for graduating seniors. I know that exists because my daughter got that before. It was $2,500. So McDonald's. Another one is Burger King, BK Scholars. Here's another one. The El Monte Women's Club scholarships are coming up. They give about 25 around the district. Another one is the PTA scholarship. You can find it on capta.org. Now, here's one that will really surprise you. It's for children in grades 4 to 11. It's $1,000. It's been given by Dr. Ben Carson, who is a neurosurgeon that separated the conjoined twins, the first successful separation. To date, Dr. Carson has given 6,200 of these scholarships. You have to go online. It's open now. So please apply for that and apply for the rest of them. And remember, if you don't get it, apply next time and keep applying. The money's out there. Now, I know I'm a teacher, so I can go on, but it's really important to get it out to you. El Monte Adult School, right over here, El Monte Rosemead Adult School. There are so many things available there that people are not aware of. There's a nursing program. A lot of people I know are taking classes in very expensive institutions.
Sure.
It's right over here. They have a state-of-the-art machinery, machine shop training. They also have ESL, para los hispanohablantes, los de idiomas asiáticos también, for citizenship. It's available. Here's one I'm so proud of, because I know a very brilliant, wonderful, hardworking student in this program. It's me. It's called the Parent Education Program. Now, this is how it works. I'm the student. My 4-year-old grandson that I take there, I go 5 days a week. Now, I'm in the classroom. Now, picture how this works. 25 children, 25 adults in the classroom with a very experienced teacher and a very experienced aide. We go from 8:30 to 11:30. Now, he's 4 years old. He started when he was 2. My children graduated from this program. My son's an attorney. My daughter's a college professor. My other daughter is a member of SAG. She's an international actress, singer, and so on. These children are so prepared when they get to kindergarten, they will tell you, as my son did, Dad, I don't need to come back here. I know all this stuff now. They really do. They learn how to cut with scissors, how to color. They learn their numbers. They learn letters of the alphabet. They learn how to listen to stories and so on. Now, this program has been here since 1936, but many people don't know about it, not enough. So parent education was preserved by Superintendent Nick Salerno, who also saved our El Monte Adult School.
He's a good friend of
They
ours.
were going to close it. Alhambra closed theirs. San Marino closed theirs. So we're getting lots of students from out of the area. So please take advantage of all that's available for you. And don't sit back and say, I can't. Because the greatest salesman in the world, Zig Ziglar, said, if you say you can't, you can't. And if you say you can, you can. You program yourself. If the hill's up there and somebody says you can't go up it anyway, because you can do it. So I could go on forever as an educator. I taught elementary, preschool, high school, college, university. I even taught at La Universidad de las Américas in Cholula, Mexico también.
Wow.
So point being, look for opportunities, take advantage of them because they're there. And if you don't make it, it's because you gave up. Don't give up.
Let's get a round of applause for this young man,
Thank you.
please.
So many very informative words.
Well, I like his notebook, man. You know,
I had to have it.
there's so much information.
It's
on
like a
there.
lesson plan. You have to
Yeah,
have
you
it.
know. I'm sorry I put you next to our host of our Veterans
Oh, I
Corner.
love this
That's
guy. He's awesome.
Mr. Ruben Treviso. No, he's a wonderful gentleman. And I just want to bring, let's hear for Ruben, man. You know, Ruben did, this man's a veteran. And let me tell you, man, he's a hero in my book anytime. You both are heroes. And that's what our show's about. Heroism. We have heroes here. We had beautiful musicians. And then
And we're fellow veterans, too.
there you go. You can't
Both
beat
language
that.
schools.
Both language schools.
Oh my gosh.
But Vietnamese, Thai, and Laotian.
Oh my goodness. That's it. We're taking over, folks. Show's over.
Okay.
So, like I said, we have a lot of heroes on our show, and we've been very blessed by that. We've got these wonderful gentlemen that are going to be performing in a few minutes. Of course, we have the Heartbreakers, who are legendary.
Oh, they were awesome.
And then, weren't they great? Weren't they
Oh,
great?
they were wonderful.
It's part of her family. I mean, you should hear her sing. She is off the chart.
May I interrupt for one thing?
Sure, please.
Okay, my daughter bought Time Warner Cable just because of Channel 3. And we watch it a lot.
Oh my
Really?
goodness.
I'm serious.
Seriously, I'm going to give you some tickets
That's
to the
flattering.
movies or something.
Seriously, no. We watch it a lot.
Oh, I appreciate that.
You're
Well,
welcome.
see, you know, we
No, we need to get them. I guess a supply of popcorn so they can sit down and watch
I
That's
can watch
it.
this
Thank you.
madness.
our
Yes.
channel and
Yes.
and enjoy the popcorn.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, no, we appreciate that. You know, I had a young lady that we were at the children's parade, and she comes up to me, she goes, "I know you." You know, and automatically I'm thinking I probably owe somebody money, right? She's like, "Oh, I know you," and I go, "From where?" She goes, "I watch that Tonight Show you guys do. You know, I watch it. I never miss it. I always see all the
Awesome.
episode." And I go, "Lady, I'm going to interview you because you know we need more people from your lips to God's ears, so to speak." And we're really very grateful for this community because they've welcomed us into their homes, and I've been very blessed because I have wonderful people that are working with me. That have been a great staff, and we have great people like yourselves coming on here, war
Very, very
veterans,
great.
yes,
Like you too.
and with all your information. I mean, that is so awesome. And you listen to the man. Okay, when you see this again, I'm going to repeat it again. You're not going to get it unless you try for it. Okay, there's nobody's going to just drop that money in your lap. If you want to go on to school, go on to school. Do something with your life. But if you need monies, this young man brought up places you can go to try to get some funding. And you have to do it, okay? Like I said, no one's going to take you by the hand. You got to go out there, and then you can become someone that other people will aspire to. They will be able to look up and see you, and they'll say, "Hey, he did it, she did it, I can do it." And that's what it's about. So let's have a round of applause for these two veterans right here and these wonderful
Thank you
people.
so very much. for
There's
all
money
those-
available for women in mid-career out of the Coca-Cola Scholarship Fund. I wrote the proposal for national image and submitted to Coca-Cola. It was granted. So no matter what stage someone's at, the scholarship money is available. Also, the National Hispanic Scholarship Fund, Rudy Becerra went on as chair. She moved from $1 million to $60 million. So you go there, if you're a woman, you're mid-career, you want to go back to school, the money's there.
And there's another source I forgot. Univision.com
Ah.
has becas. They list about 100 of them
Okay.
in all kinds of areas. Plus, if you Google and put scholarships for seniors, you'll find a huge list of scholarships. And the saddest part is to find them when it's too late. It's now the time to start looking. Before you get out of school, look now.
So you know what? Two things I noticed about this young man. You could tell he was a teacher because he raised his hand.
That's
He was very polite.
have to.
And two, when he was talking about scholarships for seniors, he looked straight at me. So you know, I don't know what's going on.
That's it.
Yeah, I only wish I would have had you sitting right next to me 5 years ago when my son was still in high school, and I could have had that opportunity or that window of opportunity to have said, look, do this and get a scholarship. We were doing things kind of, I guess, thinking that we had to work our way junior college and all this without any help, and I was basically a single income family, and we overcame those little obstacles, and he unfortunately had to get his part-time jobs into a full-time job, so he didn't get the college education, the
He
degree
can go
that
back, the money's
he
there.
can still do that.
And
It's
even
never
if
too
your,
late.
even if your children, Oscar de la Hoya Charter School has a 100% graduation rate, 100% college graduation rate. Oscar de la Hoya Charter School. There's schools out there. If you send your kids, they're going to graduate, they're going to go to college, and boom, prepare to have a doctor or a lawyer in the family.
And there's one scholarship that's almost unknown. I happen to have found it by luck at USC. I was walking down the hallway by financial aid. I saw this sign, this poster that said, if you're a descendant of a World War I veteran, there's a scholarship for you. Okay,
Really?
my grandpa was a World War I veteran, okay? My daughter got the scholarship twice. It was $5,000 each time. It's called the Laverne Noy Scholarship. It's on the internet. When she got it the first time and the second time, each time she had me go and ask, what was the competition like, Dad? I went and asked. Now think about USC, how big it is, right?
Right.
Yay Trojans, right? Okay, $5,000 twice. She was the only applicant. And like I told her, girl, that's great, because what happened to everybody that didn't bother to do it? There was a work connected to it, but it's there. A lot of these things are there.
Well,
In
look,
fact,
Even with the children of veterans, if a veteran has a 0% disability, 0% disability, the children can go to community college or state college for free. It's a free ride. Your parents did the work,
Yeah.
boom, get educated.
Well, there it is. This is what it's about, see? What do you think? What do you think, Miss Vivian?
Going back to school.
We're sending Miss Vivian
Stay
back
in
to school.
You know, stay in
finish.
school.
Get your doctorate,
Exactly.
Doctor of
Take-
Music, this one.
doctor of
Take-
music, whatever it takes.
Take the advice of these two gentlemen that are sitting next to me.
It's
That
there. The money is there.
Well, I tell you, this has been a very, very informative Halloween show this year, and I really appreciate it. And David, we'd like to invite you back.
Okay.
We have our Thanksgiving show coming up on the 23rd. We'd like you to be back. We're gonna have our good friend Smooth Response will be there on that show, and also too we have that Christmas fundraiser that we'll be doing, and we'd like you to participate with us so we can help the Promise Foundation. Of course, we're gonna have Treviso there, of course, because we can't get rid of this guy whenever there's free food. So, we always look at seafood, and there it was.
I'll be with you.
So I want to thank everybody once again. This has been a very wonderful show. I'd like to thank our crew. I'd like to thank Mr. Isaiah. Let's get a round of applause for the Ninja Turtle himself. Yeah, he's the first to applaud for himself. I love it, man. I want to thank Mr. David Woodrow Woody Ramirez Jr. A round of applause, Woody, from Mountain View High School. Our new kid, is Jeffrey still here?
Yes, he is.
Okay, let's get a round of applause for Jeffrey, our new kid from Rosemead High School. Did a wonderful job, man. We threw him into the fire. And then, of course, the man of magic and mystery, Mr. Kyle Knight. Let's a round of applause for Kyle, our sound guy.
Kyle.
And our voice of Almani, Jamie Neri. Little James, she had to leave.
Jamie.
Okay. And of course, our guests, the Heartbreakers. We'd like to thank them.
Yes.
Round of applause.
Thank
They did a
you.
great job. Contact us. Go to our website, www.almanitv3.com, and make some inquiries if you want to see about getting one of the CDs. And believe me, you will not go wrong. And we also want to thank the superintendent, Maribel Garcia, from the Almani City Schools.
Thank you, Maribel.
She's awesome. She's awesome. And these two talented young men that are just about to happen our way. Oh, I want to thank, by the way, I want to thank Miss Vivian's family for being in the house. Give a round of applause,
My
man.
family.
I'm just waiting to see what they do for a living after this, since everybody's a musician or something in this family.
Get them a scholarship.
Get them a
Yes,
scholarship.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, who would want it? Anyway. And of course, Mr. Robert Colvin, sex for all occasions, and the talented, wonderful, creative, brilliant mind of Mr. Ray Ponson. Let's have a round of applause for this young man.
Yay, Mr. Johnson.
So I'm going to close it on off, and of course, my beautiful and lovely, talented co-host, Miss Vivian. A round of applause for her, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Arturo Esparza, our executive producer.
That's what they say.
I have to give it to him. He
Yeah.
goes through a lot for the show, but his heart's all in it.
Well, it's worth it, because these guys are wonderful people. And everybody you see here, they're all volunteers, okay? So they really step up, and they do it for the love of the game. And that's what it's about, because we love Almani. It's a wonderful place to what? Live, work, and play. Okay, so that's the goal.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
You're wearing a Raiders
That's it, buddy.
Okay.
Raiders, baby. Maybe next year.
I'm from Rhode Island, and you know the Patriots did beat
Oh, the Patriots.
Who? The Patriots.
When?
By the way, no.
By the way. I just want to let you know that the Patriots did beat the Raiders.
Okay, well, the show's over now, folks. So,
I got that
Let me
note.
see your Super Bowl ring.
okay.
They took it from the Rams.
Yeah.
2004, remember?
Well, just remember,
They were highly favored.
people that are culturally informed, Raiders were the only team to have a Chicano coach and quarterback win 2 Super Bowls.
Yes.
Don't forget that, right?
2 Super Bowl rings.
And neither one's in the Hall of Fame, so go figure, okay? Write your congressman. All right. All right, let's take it away with Robert Colvin and Mr. Ray Ponson.
Good night, Amani.
Thank you.